welcome to my mathematics class. Today we want to look at something else. We want to look at bearings. Okay, what are bearings? Bearings give direction in terms of an angle. Bearings give direction in terms of an angle. Okay, now, for example, if you talk of our daily lives, we use directions every day. We use directions. For example, if you want to move from one place to the other, then you have found that you don't know that place, you'll be forced to ask people for directions so that they can give you directions to the place where you want to go. Okay? For example, if you talk of the drivers, the pilots, the ship captains, they also use directions for them to navigate from one place to the other. Okay, now, when giving directions, people use some points, some things as their point of reference. For example, someone can use a tree, okay? They'll say, go in this direction, you find a tree, then after you find a tree, maybe you turn, go in this direction, meaning they have used that tree, they have used the tree as their what? Their point of reference, okay? Some will use a building, so they use different things, okay? Now, for example, if we talk of here, okay? Here there's town A. Let's say town A is here. Then here there's town B. Okay? Here there's town A. Here there's town B. Okay? Then here we say there's a building. Okay? Here there's a building. Here there's a building. Then here, town A, there is John, okay? John is here. So here we have John. John wants to move from town A to town B, okay? John wants to move from town A to town B. Now, normal circumstance, some people, they will give John directions, okay? For example, maybe they'll tell John that first, move from town A, go straight, okay? Then you find a building. Then turn to your left, then move straight. You find town B, okay? So some people, they'll give direction in that way. Now, this means that John will first move from town A to the building first, okay? Then he was told, when he reaches the building, he must turn to his left. Then he'll find town B. If he moves straight, he'll find town B. So he must turn to his left. Then he continues moving. He'll find town what? Town B. Okay. Now, we can give John the same directions, but now we want to use an angle. Then we said, when you use an angle, it means you're using what? Bearings. Bearings give directions in terms of an angle. So, we want to give John directions to B, but now we want to use the angle. We'll give him direction using the angle, meaning we are using bearings. Since from our definition we said bearings give direction in terms of an angle. Okay, thank you. So, how do we do this? How do we give John the direction to move from town A to town B using an angle or using bearings? Okay, so now, the first thing that we have to know is John is at A. He wants to go to point B or to town B. Okay? So the first thing we'll do, we have to go to point A, where John is. Then we draw the compass, okay? So here where John is, we have to draw the compass. Okay? So, so here we'll draw the compass like that. So this is north, this is west, this is east, okay? And this is south, like that. So, we want to give directions to John for him to move from town A to town B using bearings or using the angle. Now, the way we do it is like this. So first draw the north. So the north is here, it has been drawn. Then we join the 2 points. For example, if we join the 2 points with a straight line, I don't have a meter rule. Yeah. Like that, okay? Like that. If we join the 2 towns with a straight line, okay? Then, for example, okay? If we just imagine, we say the angle being formed by the north and the line, the straight line joining the 2 towns. If we say this angle is, let's say, 70 degrees, okay? 70 degrees. Now, this means that we can be able to give John the directions to town B using this angle. So, what John needs to do is, he stands here, he stands at A, he faces the north, okay? Then he turns, John turns 70 degrees in that direction. Now, this is very important. When measuring bearings, bearings are measured always from the true north in the clockwise direction, in this direction, the clockwise direction, okay? So, John will turn 70 degrees in that direction, okay? Then it means he will meet this line, okay? So it means John will turn 70 degrees, then he will be here. Then it means now he can walk straight. He will find town B, okay? This means that we have given John the direction to town B using the angle, 70 degrees from the north, okay? Now, since we have used the angle to give John the directions, it means we have used bearings, okay? Bearings give direction in terms of an angle. So here we have used bearings, okay? Now, from here, the most important thing to know, here the concept that you have to understand and that you must, don't forget is, bearings are measured from the north in the clockwise direction, okay? In the clockwise direction, okay? Now, how do we write bearings? How do we write bearings? There are 2 ways for you to write bearings, okay? But for us, we'll discuss much, I think, on one. That is the 3-figure bearing. 3-figure bearing. Now, 3-figure bearing means that the bearing, okay, the angle should have 3 figures. That's why it's named 3-figure bearing. Okay. Now, for example, if we say here, the bearing of town B from town A was 70 degrees, okay? So here, this is the bearing of town B from town A was 70 degrees. So it means for you to write this bearing, you say 0, 7, 0 degrees, okay? For example, if it's 40, then it will be 0, 4, 0 degrees. If it's 7 degrees, it will be 0, 0, 7 degrees. If it is 125, it will be 125. Same. Why? Because 125 has 3 figures already. It has 1, 2, 3 figures. So it's fine. Okay. So now, this was the introduction for the topic bearings. Next time we meet, we'll continue